It was in 2017 when I read about Dadaab first. At that time, it was the largest refugee camp in the world, hosting around 300,000 refugees, mainly from Somalia. They fled from the civil war, the drought in the Horn of Africa, or the terrorist attacks of Al-Shabaab. Dadaab was a camp that has grown over almost 30 years and was now to be closed and resettled because the government feared that Al-Shabaab recruits further supporters in the camp. I was wondering how hundreds of thousands of refugees, some of them were even born in the camp, could be removed from one place to another just like goods in a logistics center. After that, I started to research and noticed that all the camps, wherever they are, have something in common. They are often temporary arrangements that remain in this intermediate state for years or even decades. They are constantly evolving and expanding, but they never become a place of an official map, and their inhabitants are crisis-trained masters of adaptation. I think that refugee camps are never really a solution of a problem. They are just a shift of the actual problem, and they are far too often used as a platform for the self-promotion of their donors. In refugee camps, the dependencies and power relations between migrants and the industrial nations could not be better visualized. Within a year, I traveled to 7 countries in Europe, the Middle East, and Africa and visited 24 different camps. I always tried to focus on the relationship between the space with all its makeshift shelters and the people who were forced to live there. Quite often my work was very complicated because of strict access rules and security regulations, and sometimes my visit was completely refused. Tragically, the worst camp I've probably seen is in Europe. Moria on the Greek island of Lesbos is the first port for most of the refugees fleeing across the Aegean Sea. It is dirty and completely overcrowded. I think it's a nightmare that something like this exists in the European Union. The title Utopia is inspired by its ancient Greek origin. Utopos means non-place, and this is what refugee camps are to me.